Had to meditate on this one, how I was going to go about tackling this. Strawberries can put out a lot of runners and get a bed overgrown pretty fast. Now this end is more overgrown than that end. And what I want to do is take them all up, pick out what plants I want to put in, and I think it's 10 inches apart, and replant the entire bed out evenly. To keep the roots intact as possible, I'm going to take the fork and loosen the soil first. As you've seen in other videos, loosening the soil is not very difficult. There's some dandelions in there. Near those I have to make sure that I get the soil deep enough so that I can get their roots out. Now, of course these outside here is not going to be so easy. I'll take them and cut a lot of the runners, then I'll go through them and decide which ones I want to plant back. See, I throw them up in the wheelbarrow there, and then I'll go somewhere and I'll sort them out. October 28th and still strawberries ripening up. Going to get my seat, sit down and go through this. Only have that little corner done with the entire bed, and wheelbarrow is quickly filling up. Even with the looser soil, you have to get down and grab the crown of the plant, otherwise you risk breaking the crown off from the roots. Fairly easy to tell the older plants. This is one of the initial plants I planted. A full wheelbarrow load of strawberry plants to sort through. But first to level off the bed. Put some compost on it. This is a well amended bed, but still, each time you redo a bed, it's a good idea to put compost on there. And I want it nice and smooth because reasons. And to rake up the weeds that I put out into the pathway. To bring those to the compost. Sit and sort. So that's my setup here by my little picnic bench. And I have to put you down there facing up this way because of the sun, and several times now I see the way the sun creates the glare on the video. So the plan is to make 3, maybe 4 piles. Large, well-rooted, small, well-rooted, the old plants, and some that are not rooted. Then if I can, I'm going to count them. Now this is a big enough plant to plant, and it will probably even give strawberries next year. This is, I'm going to put this back as one of the older ones, and we'll see how many older ones we got, and if I've miscalculated or misrepresented them or whatever you want to call it at some point. And I'll throw those down there. This is a small plant, but he's not well rooted. And this one's not rooted at all. I'm separating them all now. I'm not having any of the runners joined to any other plant. And the other thing for now, I'd like to just take all these dead leaves off. It'll make it easier for me sizing them up when I'm going to plant them. I think this is technically 2 plants, but I'm going to, they're well joined together if it is. So I'm going to put them down as 1 plant. I have this big clump here. There's actually many strawberry plants together. And I have to tease it apart somehow. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I broke that one off. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And I already put one down, so that was 12 plants all into 1 clump. Well, I only found 4 that I said, yeah, I think that's a original. What I ended up doing, these are all the plants that I thought, yeah, I think I selected out, said, yeah, that's probably the good ones to replant. And then I have this pile down here. They've all rooted well. Most of them are there just because they're quite small, and they're very good plants. If I planted them, they will grow just fine. But as you can see, I've got a lot of nicer plants here. I tasted this raw strawberry. It actually tastes good. It's, of course, nowhere near so sweet. It's very mild, but they taste good, so I picked out all the strawberries as I was going. We had our first below freezing temperature last night, minus 0.6 degrees Celsius. I'm going to pick any of the berries that are starting to turn, and of course the ones that are fully black here now, and we shall continue to watch this plant. It's getting some more weak leaves on it, and see how it does. I picked that from 2 huckleberry plants. This is a 1.5 liter ice cream container, almost full. I have to take all those stems off now and see what the exact weight is. Ever-bearing strawberries are recommended to be planted 12 inches apart. So it would have been 2 years ago, well, the fall previous that, I planted 30 plants in this bed. Last year, I took some of the plants that were out in the walkway and I planted them over here. We just cleaned out this bed, and these here are the ones that I've selected out to replant. There's 80 plants in that bucket of big plants, and all the small ones, the really small ones, I have here. There's 217 rooted plants in that bucket. When planting out your strawberries, you could plant them closer together if you want your bed to fill in faster. What I'm going to do, because this is 3 feet across, if I plant one right at, say, 2 inches, and then every 10 inches from there, I'll get 4 in the bed, and the last one will be 4 inches in from the other side. So I'm going to do rows, mark some rows, 12 inches apart, and then put 4 plants in each row. That'll give me 40 in this bed. I don't know. They say that the strawberry plants, after 3 years old, they start to wane. These 4 that I'm saying are definitely the older ones, I'm going to leave out for now. Now I'll just lay down 4 for each row here. There. I'm going to have to go to this side and to that side. So I have them evenly spaced. Stuff those roots down there, Now, don't bury them any deeper than what they were in the first place. So the crown is just on top of the soil. You see there's the root system and the soil level. There, well, on this one you've got a runner coming out. The soil level would have been right there. Now what you can do is bury them down and pull them up a bit so that's above the soil, and then firm it down. That's going to be one super healthy strawberry patch next year. I'm excited already, and I guess I got 6 months to wait for it to start to grow and 8 months before I get my first berry off it. But wonderful. Like I said, I got them planted 12 inches apart, and well, rows 12 inches apart, and the plants 10 inches apart. Would be nice to have these mulch for the winter and then take the mulch off in the spring, and I might do that with maple leaves. That's just yet to be seen. Right now it's looking wonderful. I got to do similar with this bed, but I might just take up everything around because it's easy to see where I put the original plants. I might leave the original plants and see what else how many more I want to plant in. I have to remove this, of course. I'll take whatever seed that's ready and then we'll discard the rest. Now as for these, rutabaga, I know, not rutabaga, parsnip. When they send up a flower stalk, the root goes woody. The root of a carrot, after it sends up its flower stalk for the year, I don't think that's edible. Now, as for these, I don't know. So I'm going to take this in because we didn't get any seed. Say the seed didn't go all the way to mature seed this year. Now they're Detroit dark red, so it don't really matter. I'm going to take the root back in and cook it up and see if it's edible. I'll pull up this carrot and yeah, see. That's what the carrot goes to. It's just a gnarly lump there now. It's not edible at all. Same thing with this, gone really hard. But there's more seeds to be had. Just out to finish off this video now, and I guess for the huckleberry, like the tomatoes, as long as the temperature stays above freezing, they'll do okay. This plant is not dead yet, but as you can see, it's gone pretty weak. I just sat on my seat and went along, cleaned out this bed and replanted plants as I went. It took total of an hour. I loosened the soil and going around the entire bed, cleaning it out and replanting. The beets, I boiled them already, totally edible and just as good as the ones you get in the first year. So that's nice to know. Now there we have 2 clean strawberry beds. Should produce a lot of strawberries next year. Hope you enjoyed the video and that it gave you some ideas and inspiration. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.